Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Duluth, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the one and only Duluth Prime, aka Benny B from the Bronx. And I like to talk about Jack Doherty before I get into my Christmas story because it is Christmas Eve. I'm here at work, which is fine because I don't celebrate it, but I do have a Christmas story for you guys that I think you'd be interested in hearing. But before I get into that, I just want to talk about Jack Doherty. A couple of days ago, after the fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, where Jake Paul was knocked the hell out, like he was beaten, thrown, like it looked like a wrestling match from WWE. The man was all over the ropes, like Jack Doherty. I mean, Jack Doherty. Anthony Joshua was just punching this nigga like a pinball machine. Ding, 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 ding.
Straight in here. Look at him rolling. Right hand by Joshua. He's landing punches. What is this? Paul's hands are down. Paul unwinds and catapult right hand to the left by Paul.
You saw how Jake Paul was always trying to grab the rope to stabilize himself. Man, that shit was funny. Listen, I'm a fan of Jake Paul, honestly. I'm not even like hating on the guy, but I knew he was going to lose that fight because he's going against a heavyweight fighter, a champion, a man who knows how to box, finally. You know? Like, come on. Get out of here. I'll be dumb and delusional if I really thought that Jake Paul had a chance between Anthony Joshua. But believe it or not, even when I wasn't even rooting for Anthony Joshua. I was honestly rooting for Jake Paul. But I know he's going to lose that fight. But I couldn't help but be like, come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Please. Get him, man. Try something. Do something. Do something. You're not doing a goddamn thing right there. Your punches look like they were horrible, bro. They were horrible. It felt like when you was punching Anthony, when some of the hits was actually getting to Anthony, I'm like, bro, it's like my little girl hit me. That's how it looked. It looked like it had no power at all, which is surprising considering this man just been knocking out his opponents ever since he started this YouTube boxing thing. But against Anthony Joshua in that fight, man, he looked like he never fought anybody in his life. Anthony Joshua is a beast, man. A beast. Jake, I wish you the best, man. I think he suffered an injury. Brain injury, because he's out here on Impulsive talking about how he had Anthony Joshua wobbling.
Could have done better, so I'm a little disappointed, but I also know how good he is. But I had him wobbled at one point.
You landed some.
I had him wobbled, and I was like, "Fuck!" But he kept his hands up better this fight.
You landed that right hand,
yeah,
and you wobbled him. I was right there. I don't know if you heard me.
Where? I didn't see that. I watched the whole fight. Nah, nope. That didn't happen at all. Shaky, you should go get a CAT scan or something because definitely did not happen. Probably the jaw infection is reaching your undubla oblongata, if that's how you pronounce that. Jack Doherty, though. Is that his name? Jack Doherty? Yeah, Jack Doherty, after the fight, bumped into a former UFC fighter and got his ass, well, mainly his little minions that he has was with him all the time, got the ass whooped by this UFC fighter. Now he's on TMZ. Well, he wasn't on TMZ. He made a video, and I guess TMZ took the video and posted on their channel, saying that the UFC fighter, was the one at fault. Nobody's gonna believe you, bro. You know, he's like, this is what Jack Doherty said. This what I think he said. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. I definitely see the video, which you will see in a second. But he was like, why would I do that? Like, I'm on bond. Why, like, bro, nobody's gonna believe your ass. You're like the boy who called Wolf. You know, you're a liar. That's what you do. You bump into people and try to instigate because you think you got your bodyguards. They're gonna protect you. You know, lying. Nah, he got you there. He got you there, bro. You know, just stop it. Relax. Calm down.
All right, so everyone's talking about that Andre, whatever, UFC fight that we had at the Jake Paul fight. I did not start that, and I don't know why everyone's putting the blame on me, like, oh, you're hiding behind your security guard. Well, duh. This man walks by me, bumps into my cameraman, and throws a kick at us for no reason, and then my friend stepped in, and yeah, then everything else happened. But, like, bro, I'm not trying to fight this guy. Like, I'm not trying to instigate a fight. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I'm on bond right now. You think we're trying to start fights? Like, hell nah. Like, that guy started the whole thing. You can see it. It's all on video. So
unsurprisingly, both Andrei Arlovski and Jack Doherty have made responses regarding their viral scuffle at the Jake Paul-Anthony Joshua fight. Also unsurprisingly, Jack Doherty said he did nothing wrong and that he's out on bond, so he didn't want to fight, and claims Andrei instigated the incident. But Andrei went on the Ariel Helwani show and rebuffed these claims. Here's what he had to say.
Everybody can blame old doc, old guy. Listen, and I spent some time to read those comments, and 99% think you're full of my guy. Like 25 plus years in the business, you think I don't have enough fighting time in an octagon, in a cage, in the ring, in a practice, and I'm stupid enough, but video shows clearly, like, come on, guy. I tried to ask him what's going on and got punched right away.
I'm sure you guys have heard this before. I have never met a Russian that smiles. Which is true. I personally have never met a Russian that smiles, and they wear it very well. They got that look that you get after murder when the guy who slept with your wife, that look, and it looks very well on them. And Jack Doherty had it coming. For sure, he deserved it. His friends deserve it. And I'm not the type of guy that, like, gives in to peer pressure because everybody's hating on Jack Doherty, so I got to hate on him too. No. He deserves the hate. I'm really the type of guy, if this whole building was on fire and everybody's running towards the exit, I'd be like, what? I'm not doing that. There's a conspiracy. I'm running towards the fire. I know it's stupid. I just don't want people to be like, this guy's fake. He just follows the trend or whatever. No, I don't do that. I'm really not that guy. All right, guys, here's the Christmas story. A true 100% true Christmas story that happened on Christmas Eve, 1998. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I was raised and born in the Bronx in White Plains and Palm Parkway. And it was Christmas Eve. It was snowing, and the streets was filled with snow. It was beautiful white Christmas, and it was dark. I think it was 8 at night. I'm not 100% what time it was. Decided to run away from home. Why did I decide to run away from home? I don't know. I saw Home Alone, and I thought, if this kid can stay at home alone or go in New York City alone, I could do it. I mean, he's fighting off bad guys. I could do that. I can't do it. Like, he's white. I'm in the Bronx. I'm Arab, bro. If anybody could do it, I could do it. So I run away from home to the park. I know it's a cliche, but initially I really wanted to go to Rite Aid. If you don't know what Rite Aid is, it's like a supermarket. It's like Walgreens, and it existed in a lot of places in the country, but doesn't exist as much as it used to in 1998. And what I did in Rite Aid, I used to steal stuff. Well, not really stealing. I used to take it and be like, and walk off with it. And they knew my family. They knew my father, because my father didn't, he worked not far from Rite Aid, literally a few stores down the street. And I would take Kit Kat bars. That was my thing. I would take a big ass Kit Kat bar, one of those big Kit Kat bars, the king size, from Rite Aid all the time. And, they tell my father, and my father pays for it. Even though my father sells Kit Kats. But he would say, no, you don't take it, you're too fat. Anyway, that was the initial thing that I was going to do, is run away from home. And I was going to go to Rite Aid and steal some stuff, food, water, to survive in the streets of the Bronx. So I'm walking towards the park, and I get hit by a bike. 100% true story. I get hit by a bicycle, thank God. The guy jumps off his bicycle, like he falls, I fall, and I immediately stand back up and start running towards the park. The guy is yelling at me, like, kid, you okay? Hey! I'm hearing him, but I'm booking it. So I leave. I'm going to the park. Get to the park. Beautiful white snow. Snow is flowing down. the Christmas decoration on the poles, on the light bulb poles. I don't know, the light poles, whatever. On that red and green and everything else. And I walk towards the field. There's this field, you know, people play football and stuff. And at the distance, I see red and green lights, right? And it's not on the poles, this is on the grass. So something's there, and I hear voices. So I start walking towards the voices. All right, I'm afraid. It's dark. I don't know what to do. I decided to run away from home. That's what I'm doing. It is what it is. I'm walking towards these lights. I don't know. So I get closer, and they spotted me. These 4 or 5 people. 4 or 5 people on motorcycles. I think it was like 5 people. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how many people were there. But anyway, they're on motorcycles, and I swear on everything, one of them was dressed as Santa Claus, and the others were dressed as freaking elves, right? They were dressed as elves, right? And Santa Claus had the full get-up, beard and everything, and I think that beard was actually natural. You know, that's his actual beard. Anyway, they look at me and they say like, "Oh, what the fuck? Who are you, kid? What are you doing here? Did you run away from home?" I'm terrified. I'm thinking, run. Get out of here, kid. I'm thinking to myself, like, I need to leave these guys. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna kidnap me. They're gonna do something to me. But they're chilling. Not sure what the hell they're doing. It's cold outside and they're on their bikes just chilling and drinking beer at the park at night. And they called me over. Not a word was said from me. You know, I didn't say a freaking thing. And they gave me a beer. We started drinking, you know. Yeah, I was 8. Drinking, we're chilling, talking mad shit. One of the girls on the bike, loving me, thinking I'm cute and shit, kissing me on my cheek. It was all that. Then, out of nowhere, the Santa Claus was like, "Oh, I'm late." Vroom, starts up his bike and flies away. The others that was dressed as elves immediately turned to elf size and flew me back to the house. I didn't even tell them where I lived. And I got my ass whooped by my mom. My mom whooped the shit out of me. She was happy to see me, but she whooped me. I was bleeding, like my skin was broken, my ass cheek bleeding from the whooping, from the spanking. But it was a beautiful Christmas. We don't celebrate it, but we was together. And true story, every word.